Motivation. That's what we're talking about today. I looked up the definition. I like to look up definitions of things because a lot of times what we have in our head isn't always what it actually means, or there are other definitions that we maybe aren't as aware of. So, motivation has two. One is the general desire or willingness of someone to do something, and the second one is the reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. So, for most of us, we think of motivation and we think of the desire or willingness to do something. When we lack motivation, it's because we don't have a desire to do the thing. But if we think about the reason we have for acting or behaving a particular way, that's a little different perspective on motivation. So let's dig in. I do have some notes because I could talk about this all day long, so I want to make sure I stay on track. We all experience lack of motivation. We all feel unmotivated at times. It's incredibly common. We hear top earners in companies, athletes, even motivational speakers say they're not always motivated. And so I want to give you some insights into this according to my perspective, things that have worked for me, what's worked for my clients when it comes to quote unquote staying motivated. So sometimes the lack of motivation comes from doubt or fear. We doubt our capabilities, so we don't even try. We fear failure, so we believe we're not motivated, using that as an excuse to attempt whatever this thing is. If we say, I don't really feel like it, again, I don't have that desire or willingness to do this, we can blame it on motivation instead of the fact that we might be afraid of something or we might doubt something within ourselves. I know I should do it, but I often don't feel like it. I hear that a lot. And honest truth, I experience it myself. I know deep down that doing a particular thing brings me more peace, more joy, more happiness, more energy. But when it comes time to do the thing, I don't always want to, which is that lack of desire. I don't feel motivated. And that is really all connected to the first definition of motivation. So a couple of things that I want to give you some tips on is when I work with my clients, we think of the second definition, the reason we're acting or behaving a certain way. So motivation is connected to our why, or our why is our motivation. Our why motivates us. So sometimes it's hard to keep our dreams and our goals, our objectives in life at the forefront. And that's where lack of motivation can creep in. When we forget what we want or why we want it, it's very easy to get off track. And then we start to feel unenthusiastic. We start to feel uninterested in it. And it's really just because we are not keeping our why in front of us, therefore not staying motivated. So when that happens, it's really daunting and overwhelming to try and refocus and realign in order to gain motivation and ambition again. The tip is to try and reconnect. Try and reconnect to those dreams, those goals, your why. Let that motivate you. So I often will do some meditation. I will do some journaling. I will reflect on why this thing supports my why. So if my goal is to have more calm in my life, more peace, more comfort, what things can I do that support that? So meditation is one for me, journaling is one for me, reading, going outside, walking. Those things support my desire to have peace and calm and comfort in my life. So those reasons are the things that you need to keep in front of your mind, i.e. motivation for you. The next thing is that motivation comes from consistency. So consistency helps us when we don't feel like doing the thing. For example, I don't always feel motivated to move my body. Been a struggle for me for many years. I used to. It was a part of my day. I didn't question it. And then, of course, things in life changed and just some different shifts, and it fell off of my list of things that I was motivated or had a desire or willingness to do. And so it's been a thing for me that I've been working on the last probably year or so, is to just have consistency in moving my body. It doesn't have to be a certain thing every day, but moving somehow every day. I know that once I start it, I enjoy it, I feel better, I have more energy, but I can talk myself out of it really easily. So because I'm building a consistent habit in my day, it's a consistent action that I'm taking at a certain time. Pretty much every day these days, I question it less. I do it because it's part of my day, even when I don't feel like it. So I'm building that consistency. The other thing is, again, going back to the first one, reflecting on why I want to move my body. I love the energy. I feel better. It gets my blood flowing, and I have different feelings when I'm moving my body versus sitting and being sedentary, which is kind of a lot of our lives. So why do I want to do this? And when I do question if I should do it later, should I skip today, I always come back to that. So those are my thoughts on motivation and how you can work through times that you might not feel motivated to take action. So these are the kinds of things that we go over, we work on in my program. And if you want to talk about more about how this could help you or how this could fit into your life, I would love to have that conversation, because it's these little shifts, it's these little things that we can put just a little thought, a little energy into, and they become the game changers. They become the things that keep us going, the things that move us in the right direction, the things that help us show up every day and be who we want to be. So I would love to talk with you if this resonated, if this is something that you're thinking you would like more support and encouragement on in your life. These are the exact kinds of things that we go through. So reach out if you have any questions, and have a wonderful rest of your day.